So EA has been immersed in controversy for weeks now because of Star Wars Battlefront 2 and its microtransaction pay to play gimmick. And fans have taken up in arms over it. And so have I. That is right. I agree with the majority of the fans playing Star Wars Battlefront 2 that this is ludicrous. It's odd to me that EA would do this. Uh, but no, I would take that back. It's not odd because EA is a greedy company that just loves to try to dwindle as much money as it can from its fans. Uh, but I am so happy that Star Wars fans of this game have pretty much pushed back and said, no, this is ridiculous. I mean, I think I saw today, either you'd have to spend over 6 months nonstop playing the game or spend $2,100 United States dollars to get everything in the game. And that's absurd. It's mind-boggling how EA has done this job of Battlefront 2. It is the worst thing to happen, I think, since Gamergate, when all the reviewers had to or news agencies had to redo their thinking on reviewing games, and it's amazing. And I hope this is the beginning because I know a lot of games are starting to go the way of loot boxes, and so yeah. Let's start from the beginning. EA showed off Star Wars Battlefront 2 at E3. Everyone loved it. It was a beautiful game. I loved it. I was excited to play it. And then things got a little messy when the early access came out for people who pre-ordered it and to reviewers, and the credits had to be earned for certain characters like Luke Skywalker, Darth Vader, were just astronomical huge for people in early access. What's funny is people believe, and some people really do believe this, EA sent two different games out. They sent a review game that had all the credits lower so they can get better reviews and wouldn't be hit by reviewers saying this is too much, while sending out the original game out to the early access people, which doesn't make a lick of sense to me at all for EA to do this. It's mind-boggling to me. But nonetheless, that's what people are saying. And then you had the fake EA employee coming out saying, "Oh, I'm getting death threats and yada yada," and has since been pretty much silent. When Kotaku delved into it and found nothing, it's just a bad situation. It's a bad PR situation for EA right now, and I think this game's gonna tank. I really do. I'm not buying it. I am simply not buying Battlefront 2 because I will not support the microtransaction system. It rewards people who have money, and I understand games take a lot more money to make nowadays. I understand that companies need to trying to find more ways to get more money out of their game, but it is ridiculous that a $60. If this was a free to play game, if you could go to the store and say, "Hey, let me buy this," or you could download it for free or something, and then spend the microtransactions, that's fine. I would totally be okay with that. It's because the game already costs $60, and then to get the full game, you have to pay more into it. Because they also, which was funny, I found out, was limit the arcade mode, which helps you get credits, but they limited it. And, oh my lord, the guy who was on Reddit gave the explanation, and basically said it's to stop people from abusing the system. What about people buying loot boxes? It's a very odd way EA is handling the situation on top of the whole mess they created. They came back and replied to a Reddit user, and it was the most downvoted response in Reddit history. And that is sad. It is not good for EA. But people are saying this is the end of EA. EA is going to change its model. No, EA is not. EA is not going to change the model because you know why? People are going to buy this game. People are going to buy this game, and people are going to pay the loot boxes. And it's going to be the same. It's the same status. It is not going to change unless people don't buy this game. If people don't buy this game because of the loot box system, it's going to have an effect. And if you think about the year EA's had, they had a really bad year. From Mass Effect Andromeda doing poorly, Now this situation, yeah, they had closed Visual Studios down for the other Star Wars game. It's just really sad at what EA has done this year. EA used to be a great company, and now it's turning into a greedy corporation, and a lot of fans don't like it. They really don't. I'm just so disappointed. I'm very disappointed in this game and EA as a whole. I hope they get their act together, but like I said, I will not personally be buying this game, nor will I be reviewing it, because I will not give this game light of day. This will be the last time I talk about it, unless somehow EA decides to just screw the loot boxes and say, fuck it, we'll go for a regular game. Here it is. Maybe they'll delay it, but I think the game's out like in a couple days. I really don't. There's not much EA can do at this point to win over the fans, and I hope we'll see that in sales. But what are your thoughts on this whole EA debacle, on the Battlefront 2, the microtransactions? Speaking of that, microtransactions. It's funny because, as I said in my news story this morning, Battlefront 2, Star Wars, EA, and Overwatch from Blizzard are being investigated by the Belgium officials for gambling. And it makes sense. It really makes sense. If you really think about it, it is gambling. It is a form of gambling where you're paying money into a system that you don't know what you're going to get back. It could be rewarding, it could be not rewarding. And you have to also think about it, it's for kids. These games are for kids, and they're promoting gambling in their own it's a different way of gambling, but it is gambling nonetheless. So it's curious to see if other countries will pick up on this, because I know mothers, all my lore, mothers who don't like games will be all over this sooner or later. It'll be interesting. So that's my thoughts on the Star Wars Battlefront 2, the whole EA debacle, the whole EA situation. I want to hear your thoughts in the comments below, and tweet me at GameMania64. I love hearing your thoughts and opinions on this. I love learning, and maybe I'm wrong. Maybe this is not as a big deal as many people are bringing it out to be, but I think it is. All right, guys. See you later. Bye.